drive down, or turn my hand with the palm to me, pick it up. Pick it up. Not hard, placed. That's the key throwing good body shots. Throwing the right hand to the body, once again, we get back to the very basics and fundamentals of boxing. I check my footwork. My toes are pointed the right direction. I've lined my opponent up. I've been throwing punches to the head. He seems to be blocking everything. He's an opponent that carries his hands up high. He blocks all my punches. So I'm going to obviously try to drop down, throw a body punch. What the most basic right-handed throw is a straight right hand to the body. First one you should learn. The way you properly throw that right hand to the body is you bend straight down. A lot of fighters have a habit of bending over or bending halfway down and doing them combined. The key is to bend straight down, keep your body straight. My feet are pointed the right way. I'm flat-footed on my left foot, and I drive a straight right hand to the midsection and back. Once again, I want to drop down below his firing range, clap, back. And as I twist into that right hand, as I throw that right hand, I twist my shoulder. I throw it as if I was throwing a right hand to the heavy bag or his head. I just throw it to the midsection. So I practice this half speed. As a trainer, I'm making sure that my fighter drops low enough. As I said, boxers don't want to bend their knees because it takes more effort, more work. I'm keeping relaxed in the upper half. I drop, throw it, get it right back. Drop, right back. I can stay here. I can come up on this side. I can come up on that side. I can pivot out. Lots of different defensive moves. But in this move here, I'm dropping down, right hand, looking for a left hook to the body. See where I'm positioned? I could hook to the head, keep my right hand where it's at. I can drop down, throw a right hand to the body, come up, throw a right hand to the head. I'm positioned for that. Key is, once again, is to get low. Drop, pump. And then when you put it all together, it should look something like this. That is how to throw a right hand to the body. All right, we just learned how to throw a straight right hand to the body. One of the things I really like about this upper torso bag is it gives me an opportunity to place my punches where I want to place them. The real key to throwing a body shot is not the power of the punch, it's the speed and the precision of the place and target that you hit. What I'm looking for now is I'm going to teach you how to throw a looping right hand to the body. A lot of times you get European fighters, you get fighters with that straight stand-up style with their hands and their elbows in front of them. The only way to get them to move their elbows and drop their hands is make them bring their elbow back. To do that, you've got to loop punches, which is a fair punch to throw, and connect them on the sides. You want to make sure that you don't hit them back here in the kidneys. But a very effective punch, you see a lot of world champions use it, is they drop down and they loop a punch to catch your opponent with the front two knuckles of your hand and drive it home. Same way you throw a straight right hand is you drop. I'm down lower than he can hit me. It's over my head. I'm on my balls of my feet, and I just loop that right hand. Drop, loop that right hand. Drop, and when I say loop, I'm just arcing that elbow up and going around his elbow. Eventually, that fighter will start bringing his elbow down so I can feint, come to the head with the same punch. It's a very effective punch. Drop, loop, put your shoulder into it. Notice that I shift my weight. My weight's here on my left foot. My right foot, I'm driving with the hip. That's the way you make a fighter open his defense. All right, we've been talking about body punching. We've talked about throwing a jab to the body, straight right hand to the body, looping a right hand around to get a guy to open. Remember, you can do that same thing with the left side of your left arm, loop to the left. Now, a real critical punch, it's one of my favorites in all-time boxing, It's not the power of the punch. Once again, it's strategically placing your punch. That's why I like this upper torso bag that I got from Tidal. I can step over. The key to it here is my target area is right here below the chest area. This is where I'm looking for. We worked earlier on defensive moves when you're slipping punches. You're slipping punches one way or the other. You slip a left jab, you take a little half step over with my right foot. You see that? I take a little half step over, my front foot follows. I don't even have to bend down as far as when I dip down, I turn my hand in an uppercut position, I shoot for that right under the pectoral muscle. That's where you'll catch your fighter in the short ribs. You've heard the saying, hit him in the short ribs, a little half step, pow, right there, right back. And I'm looking at my opponent all the time. I'm watching his hands. I throw it. I'm in a perfect position to counter the head. And also, if you'll see, I'm out of the line of fire. He'd have to turn to hit me. He throws that left jab. I slip it. I'm over here. I turn my hand. I don't drop this hand because he'll see it. I just turn it. Pow! I drive that hip into it. Notice my footwork. Drive that hip into it. Not hard. Let the arm be loose. Once again, full motion. Right there. You just gotta let go of it. You don't have to be hard. As a fighter, remember when you're hitting these bags, they don't hit back. Don't box these bags. Practice technique and develop power and strength. I'm placing the punches. If I throw this punch and I hit up here, it has no effect. If I hit down here, it has no effect. It's got to be right up under the armpit area between that pectoral muscle and the rib cage. I also do that on the left side. The only difference is half step my left foot. This way I half step my right foot, left followed. This way my left foot leads, half step, turn my hand, drive it. My opponent has just thrown the right hand. I slipped over, pow, I drive it. Once again, and I'm in position to either get out defensively with a pivot or stay in there, hook to the head, throw a right hand. I'm still in position to fight. That's the key. Defensively, I slip up underneath that pectoral muscle. I can go to the head. Two different moves. I can just stay that left side. I can interchange hands. That is the way you throw uppercuts to the body. Little half step, position my body, drive. Little half step, position my body, drive. The whole time, staying out of the range of the opponent's punches. That there will make you an effective body puncher. We've been working on body shots on the bag, how to work a bag, how to develop your punches. As a boxer, that's what you want to work on a lot. Now what I want to work with as a trainer, I'm working with my fighter, teaching him how to go to the body, and at the same time, making sure that he goes low enough that he's getting out of range. Now I'm going to work with Greg here. Like I said, he's a novice boxer. He's been boxing 6 weeks. He hasn't really gotten the grasp of the whole sport, but you're going to see exactly how he learns how to go to the body, how to take somebody from the very start, day one, and start teaching them how to work body. All right, get into your boxing stance. He's got his feet. He's on the balls of his feet. Now, I'm going to teach him how to, what I want him to do is to drop, and I put my hand over here as if I want him to throw a right hand. I'm a boxer, keeping my hands out here. I want him to loop that right hand. Loop, I want you to drop down. All right, now as you saw, he looped. At the same time, he dropped his hand. I want you to go down, drop, stay right there. Now shoot that right hand from right, there you go. There's the difference. Go back up. Drop. Now what I'm looking for as a trainer is that he drops below my drop. That's it. He's low enough. Drop down and now throw that right hand. Drive it. There you go. Once again. Now watch how I want you to loop it a little bit more to the outside and drive it. There you go. Once again. Look at his feet. Now, as a novice, I'm going to show you how easy it is. Once you throw that, pivot to your left. There you go. See that? Beautiful. Once again, he's in here, he drops, throws, pivots. Now, as an opponent, I have to turn and do what I don't want to do. Once again, I'm going to practice drop. There you go, beautiful. Now I want you to practice throwing your left hand, loop your left hand. Drop, beautiful. Drop, Now this is one I want to, it's harder for a right-handed fighter to drop and loop a left hand. So what I'm going to do is teach him how to take that little half step over and throw that uppercut with his